And here we have our beautiful Bang Che Cho, and I must say, the way that the beautiful Yo What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another beautiful day here in the country of Vietnam. I'm talking to you guys once again from the beautiful city of Saigon, and the sun is just starting to set, which means that some of the best street food is about to start appearing here on the city streets. Now, right now, we are actually at one of the oldest markets in the city, and today we're gonna be participating in a street food challenge. Now, today I'm gonna be doing this tour with a local. Let me present him to you guys. Come on over here, brother.
Chris.
Nice to finally meet you, bro. After being friends for so many years on the internet. This here is Phuc Mop. And Phuc Mop, how long have you been living here in Saigon?
Well, been coming up on 8 years now.
8 years now?
8 years in this city.
Wow, that's a long time. Now, what first sparked your interest on Vietnam and what brought you here?
Well, I gotta be honest. Originally, I just came here to teach English for 1 year. I thought it'd be 1 year and I'd move to another country. But after looking at all the other countries, taking trips there, and living here, I realized this is the place to be. And it kind of helps that I met my wife about 1.5 years after being here, so that is an extra love for the country, if you know what I mean.
Wow, super cool. Okay, so I'm guessing with the love for your wife also comes the love for the Vietnamese food. Am I correct?
Of course. I made a joke on a game show last week. When I met my wife and when we got married, I was 83 kilograms. Right now, over 100. 4 years of marriage and Vietnamese cooking, it'll do it to you.
It'll do it to you. Okay, so we're gonna be doing some good eating today. I'm excited to be with Phuc Mop because he's gonna actually be able to help us understand what we're eating. On the last street food video I made here in the city, I was kind of just guessing and just trying things, which is honestly one of the better ways to understand the culture and, you know, experience new things. However, today we're gonna know exactly what we're getting our hands on. Let's kick this video off right.
Let's do it.
All right, so no luck here in the oldest market in the city, but Phuc Mop, can you tell me a little bit about this market and what makes it, well, as popular as it is?
Well, generally the name Saigon comes from the center districts. Like over the years, Ho Chi Minh City became, hey, Chao Che. Over the years, Ho Chi Minh City, you know, brought in all these districts. You have suburban districts, you have central districts, but this was the center of Saigon, District 1 and District 3. So it's a very popular spot and people have been here for a long time. And even though you can see all the office buildings and banks around here, they still have this market going on in the middle of everything, somehow, some way.
Yeah, it's super cool. And you can definitely tell it's a locals only spot, which is what I love to see. However, there's really just a lot of meat hanging out, a lot of fresh produce. It's one of those places you come and you do some shopping. There's not any street carts at the moment, so we're just gonna take this to the streets. It's quite funny, guys, because walking around with Phuc Mop is a good time on its own. Everybody recognizes him, everybody stops and takes photos with him and wants to crack jokes with him. So Phuc Mop is actually an actor, a television host, television personality here in Vietnam, and he has love all around the country. How cool. All right, guys, so look at this little cart that we have here. What's going on here, bro?
Let me introduce you to a very popular snack among the youth. Well, not even the youth. My wife and my sister-in-law eat it as well.
Okay.
This is called Banh Cheng Chon, and it's chon means a mix, a variety. Like in the word shu fat chon literally means variety.
Okay,
so
cool.
Chon is a mix. It has rice paper, it has chili, and sometimes they'll put quail eggs and other things in it. But you see how she makes it by hand here. She mixes it up herself. So,
wow, interesting. And it looks a little spicy, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely spicy.
Okay.
Bạn của con mới đến Việt Nam và chưa ăn thử bánh tráng trộn. So, con muốn giới thiệu cho em ấy. Được không? Okay.
Is his Vietnamese funny?
Cái gì mà cười á?
Oh, we get to sit down. This is another thing that I really love about Vietnam are the tiny little chairs.
Man.
Everywhere you go, how do you deal with this, bro?
You know what? My wife, she had a Wan Nhao, which is a beer drinking restaurant, and they have tiny chairs like this. So years, I would sit there and edit at night, sitting at her Wan Nhao. It's another level, man. And my back, it doesn't thank me for it, that's for sure.
Yeah, there definitely takes some getting used to. But right now we're gonna wait for our beautiful, I guess it's a salad, right? To get prepped?
It's a rice paper salad, yeah.
Wow, nice.
Much. So I definitely want to take a look at how she puts it together because there's a lot of care and there's a lot that goes into it. Bánh tráng trâu hả?
Bánh tráng trộn.
Trộn á.
Ai ai kịp?
Sao em lại thích?
Ngon mà.
Ngon hả? It's delicious. Yummy, đúng rồi, yummy.
Anh nói tiếng Việt giỏi quá vậy?
Well, cảm ơn you, em cũng vậy. So she said, you speak Vietnamese so well. I said, hey, you too. You know? So em tên gì vậy?
Em tên Quỳnh.
So funny.
Dấu Quỳnh. Quỳnh. Rất vui được gặp Quỳnh. Phúc Mập.
Phúc Mập.
Phúc Mập.
Ở trên YouTube có rồi. Nói chuyện
She
hay
seen me on
lắm.
YouTube
Trên
before.
YouTube nè.
Cảm ơn you, cảm ơn you. Tối nay đang quay YouTube với bạn đó. Mặc dù Phúc sống ở đây nhưng mà bạn mới đến Việt Nam. It's your first time Vietnam?
Yep, first
Lần
time.
đầu tiên ở Việt Nam.
Ở đây lâu lâu rồi.
Gần 8 năm rồi cô.
Wow.
Close to 8 years I've been here.
Wow.
That's like the first question everyone asks, how long have you been here? And then it's funny because each time throughout the years, everybody's excited. You know, 2 years, like, wow, you speak Vietnamese so well. 4 years, oh, your Vietnamese is so good. 8 years, wow, your Vietnamese is great. And it's just a progression over time.
And you didn't learn until like 2 years after being here.
Yeah, so the first 2 years, I just learned how to run my mouth and have comebacks. But now, as I mentioned to you off camera, I've lived with my wife and her family for over 3 years.
Wow.
So yeah, my wife knows English, but her family does not.
And one thing that I just learned recently is that here in Vietnam, especially daughters are so close to their family members that most of them don't leave their homes even until after they're married. Is that true?
That's a whole story in itself. But yes, I just did a collaboration video with a Vietnamese girl here talking about dating in Vietnam. And I was so surprised when I was dating my wife because she's 28 years old. Her parents live in America. She lives with her brother and sister in their house. And we're dating and I have to be home by 12. I'm like, why? She's like, because I'll get in trouble if I don't. I'm like, what? But that was like part
Complete culture shock coming from where we come from, huh?
Exactly. You know, 18-year-old in university, there's people passed out on the couch.
Yeah.
Some random person's house. And here...
Where we come from, the girls sneak out of their homes to go spend the night somewhere else.
Exactly. So here I was so shocked, but I was so amazed at the same time because, you know, if I raise a daughter in the future, that's the kind of idea I'd want to have. Like, hey, you know, stay with the family until you get married. We don't want you to go off and get in trouble. And seeing that here, knowing that could be the future mother of my children, well,
It's beautiful to see, huh?
Reassuring, to say the least.
And here we have our beautiful bánh che cho, and I must say, the way that the beautiful yo, right here, all right.
You just said che cho, which means young buffalo, which is also how they talk about the rebel kids here.
Okay, okay.
You said bánh che cho, which is really funny, guys. I call myself che cho all the time. It was really good. But
Okay.
keep going, keep going.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, I thought I had messed up, but I guess it's a funny joke.
Bánh
So,
tráng trộn.
bánh cheng cho. Okay, so right here, guys, we have our bánh cheng cho, and wow, it looks incredible. And the lady prepared it with so much love. Now, I can tell that we're definitely at a popular spot because when we got here, this place was completely full, but we got here just in time because now we got this lovely stand to ourselves. Now, we're gonna go ahead and try this bánh cheng cho, and you're telling me that this is basically like rice paper. There's some dried, squid in here?
Yes.
Shrimps?
So dried squid, dried beef, mango, rice paper, chili, quail eggs, fried onions, and chili sauce. I said chili. There's a lot of stuff.
It's a bomb.
So basically in Vietnamese, trộn symbolizes a variety of things, okay?
Okay.
So when you have like, let's say phở trộn, it's phở, but also with a variety of other things, okay? When you have the word shu phat trộn, literally means variety. So bánh tráng trộn is a variety of ingredients to make this delectable dish.
Okay, cool. I'm excited. Looks like a lot going on, but it looks extremely tasty and it smells, wow, wonderful. All right, I got a little bit of quail egg in there, some rice paper, a whole lot of the other ingredients in there. Time to take this mouthful in. Okay, dude. I could say, you know, I'm a fan of the bang chang cho.
It's pretty good, guys. And there's a reason it's so popular with the youth of Vietnam. My kids, when we come back from break in class, they're all eating this. They
Really?
love this stuff. My wife, her sister, always eating it. Even, I'd say the younger generation, but even my older aunt from Canada, she came back, she's got bags of it. She loves this stuff.
So you can find this being sold right outside of the school.
Oh, well.
And how much is this beautiful plate?
Let's find out. Cô ơi, một phần bao nhiêu tiền hả?
25.000.
25,000, which comes out to about $1.10.
Wow, incredible. An incredible dish for $1.10 with all these ingredients. And this lady, you can actually find her right next to the, what's the name of this iconic tower?
This is Bitexco Tower.
Bitexco Tower. So if you want to try this beautiful, traditional Vietnamese dish, come visit this beautiful lady. Her name is Yo, and she'll prepare you. And a beautiful ban chang cho.
Chon.
Chon. Okay, on to the next spot. That first meal was incredible. Now we find ourselves on a walking street, right?
This is called Nguyen Hue, and since the time I've been here, they developed it to make it only walking. It's always been like a highlight of the city, but now it's strictly a walking street and where people like to hang out at night. Now, it's a funny fact here. All these little carts you see selling food are illegal.
Really?
And if we stay long enough, when the police drive by, they all wrap up their things and run off to the side. When the police go by, they come back.
Wow, okay, so most of the street food carts you see in the city, it is illegal.
I won't say that. I don't know, because they can pay for a spot in front of a building. That's not true. They have what's called mat tiền, which means the street front. So they will sell the spot in front of their building. But on this street especially, I've watched it many times. They will go and they will all wrap up their carts and run off to the sidewalk, because technically they're not supposed to be here. But they're here every night, so whatever.
Wow, super interesting. Now I'm noticing there's a bunch of cotton candy vendors, toy vendors. This is definitely one of those places you bring your families to on the late evenings. And what's the building that we're looking at right in front of me? I've seen that before on pictures.
Okay, so this is the People's Committee building. This is like the city hall.
Okay.
Okay, so this is like the main city hall, and in front of it you have the statue of Ho Chi Minh, and this is basically the walking street that leads up to that.
Wow, beautiful. What a beautiful city. Oh man, so what is this that I'm seeing here smoking?
Yes, so this is called Kim. Kim means ice cream.
Okay.
And Koi means smoke. Kim Koi, smoked ice cream.
Kim Koi.
It's really dry ice. But
Okay.
basically, yeah, they sell these ice treats, and they will smoke as you eat them.
Wow, interesting. Okay, I'm down. Let's get one.
Một ly nha.
Thank you. Wow, this is super cold. So we got our Kim Koi.
Yeah.
Kim Koi in hand. Smoked ice cream. Okay. Let's go ahead and dive on into this bad boy then.
All right, let me get a...
Can you burn your tongue with this, or is it safe?
I'm sure you can. You can definitely burn your fingers with it.
This looks like some sort of strawberry. Phuc Mop is the most interesting guy you could walk around Vietnam with.
Biết ăn phần bánh dưới không?
More smoke?
Thêm hả?
Đúng rồi, thêm.
Whoa.
Miễn phí không?
Miễn phí.
Okay, wow.
Oh man,
Em rất là tốt bụng, man.
that does freeze your hand off.
Yes, you got to be careful holding it.
Wow, dude, that's wonderful. That's a wonderful treat, huh? So,
Nhưng mà sao lại có vị sầu riêng?
Sầu riêng
Có
hả?
sầu riêng á?
Mình cho em vào.
Cảm ơn. Nhưng mà anh có người yêu rồi.
oh, this man just fed you.
I told him I have a lover already.
Wow, guys, this is actually quite incredible. It's very interesting. I've never had something so cold get served to me in my hand. This definitely feels like you could get frostbite if you hold on to the bottom too long. But wow, it is incredible, very delicious. Doesn't taste much different than a normal ice cream. Now it's time to try. The crunchy part down at the bottom.
Yeah, so when you bite that, you should be able to blow some smoke out.
Okay.
He's got more. He's trying to show off. Fresh.
I wasn't able to blow the smoke out, but our street food vendor is definitely loving Phuc Mop and the camera. You see him, he keeps coming up, pouring more of that I don't know, nitrous oxide inside of our ice cream? I have no idea.
Might not be. I don't know. We'll find out. But is ice cream ever safe? You know, diabetes is a serious threat.
Wow.
At least in my family.
In my family as well. But this is, I don't know, I was almost gonna say a bad joke, like it's almost worth it, but let's not say that. Let's continue on to the next stand.
We're gonna find out if we eat all of it and like, we breathe and smoke the rest of the night.
All right, so Fukmar bro, I'm noticing one thing. Most of the carts here on this street are selling the same thing. Why is that?
You know what, man? Everybody kind of likes the same things, so they all try to capitalize and do the same thing. A common theme in Vietnam is that you'll have a street where everybody sells the same thing, like auto parts street or a sports street or fabric street. But here, everybody likes, you know, the ice cream. They like the bánh tráng nướng, the bánh tráng chon that we ate, the cotton candy, and you'll see everybody selling the same thing. But it's not just Vietnam. I noticed in Taiwan. I went to Taipei in 2017. And I went to the first night market. I eat a bunch of food. I'm like, this is great. Gonna explore all week. And then I realized every night market throughout Taipei had the same exact stalls. I'm like, what the heck is this?
That is pretty damn true.
So you're gonna see it a lot, but you gotta remember, this is what Vietnamese like, you know?
Okay.
They love bánh tráng nướng. They love bánh tráng chon. They love caviar and the fish balls. So they're gonna, of course, be consuming it while they're out here.
So I have a feeling that today we're not gonna be leaving this walking street because there is just so much going on. It's so active. There's people everywhere, and I love looking at all of the kids riding around on their little scooters, blowing bubbles, playing with their toys. So we figure, why not? Let's stop and try a Vietnamese pizza, right?
So personally, pizza is my favorite food, obviously the Italian pizza. But here in Vietnam, we have our own version. And this is bánh tráng nướng. Right behind us, we have some being sold on the street. You ready to try it out?
I'm ready to try it out. So the bánh tráng nướng is basically like the dish we had earlier today, but in a pizza form.
Exactly.
So it's more fun.
It is more fun, and it appeals to the masses more.
Okay.
They would even tell you, hey, this is Vietnam pizza. So
I'm
you
excited.
Can look at all the ingredients here. You have the rice paper, you have butter, you have the fried onions, looks like dried shrimp, you have the green onions, the quail eggs, and then a ton of things over here like the mango, but actually I think this is for the bánh tráng chon that we had earlier.
Wow, okay, I'm excited. So right here we got our bánh tráng nướng.
Bánh tráng nướng.
Bánh tráng nướng, and as you can tell, mine has a bite out of it because Gladys couldn't resist. She grabbed it right off the skillet and just went. However, I'm about to try my very first Vietnamese pizza today. I'm excited, and we got a crowd watching us, which makes it all that much more enjoyable. We're really getting the full Vietnamese experience here tonight. Now, first impressions, it looks kind of like a quesadilla, but a lot more crunchier, a lot thinner because it is made out of a rice paper, and I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. This looks a little bit more appealing than what we had earlier today. However, what we had earlier today with Yo, the beautiful lady who made us the most incredible bánh tráng no salad.
Bánh tráng chon.
Bánh tráng chon salad. Yeah, this looks a lot different than that. But the preparation for both was quite incredible and quite unique. So let's go ahead and try it.
First impressions.
Dude, that's bomb.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it has tung ớt, which is chili sauce here in Vietnam. And with the tung ớt, it really adds that tomato sauce feeling that you have, even though it's not tomato sauce, chili sauce.
You know what? The dish we had earlier today, to be completely honest, like I said, I eat it probably once a month or once in a blue moon. But this, I could see myself eating several times a week. It is so delicious. The flavor, although it was the same ingredients, is completely different. No, I highly approve of the Vietnamese pizza. Seriously,
Yes.
This is a gift from the gods above. This is amazing.
And to blow your mind even more, yes, this is good. But there's a little town in Vietnam called Đà Lạt, about 7 hours north of here, nestled in the mountains of the Central Highlands. Famous for this.
Wow.
You go up there, if you think this is good, it will blow your mind. It's famous.
We need to go to
for
Đà Lạt.
bánh tráng nướng.
This is amazing. And we're gonna be finishing off the night with a traditional coffee that can only be found in Vietnam. Now, we failed the street food challenge, Phuc Mop. We gotta run this back again later on, but man, we just had such a great time catching up, finally getting to meet each other, that it's hard to do these collabs when you're meeting someone for the first time after being friends for so long. So we just enjoyed our evening here in the city and didn't try to squeeze too much into the video, but we're finishing off with a wonderful egg coffee. Now, Phuc, you actually just got done doing a show basically about the egg coffee. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, so it's a funny story. I do a TV show here in Vietnam called Vietnam Discovery, where I play an English tour guide and I show different aspects of Vietnam. So we go to the original cafe that has the egg coffee called Cafe Yang in Hanoi. So I explain it and talk about it. And basically it is a coffee with egg in it, but the egg is kind of whipped, and they'll use condensed milk and things like that. They gotta whip it, and it looks like they put some cinnamon on top of this place. But either way, I go and do the thing at the original cafe. But I go back to Hanoi last week. I'm at another cafe called Cafe Den, and the owner comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, Phuc, I saw you on TV." He's 80 years old. His name's Quack. And I'm like, "Oh, are you just drinking coffee here?" He said, "No, I'm the owner. My father-in-law created this."
Wow.
What? So here's a picture of me and the owner and his beautiful egg coffee. This is Cafe Den in Hanoi, across from Sword Lake. And he shared with me the story about how his father-in-law basically made it and made the original cafe that had egg coffee. So now when I drink it, when I enjoy it, I have a deeper appreciation for it, meeting the original family involved.
Wow, super cool. Now, from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, the reason why they use egg in this coffee is because during the war, they actually ran out of a lot of dairy products and they were hard to come by. So the owner, the gentleman you just mentioned, actually decided, well, since we can't use milk, let's use egg, and that's where the concept came from.
I've heard that, but I can't verify that.
Okay.
He didn't mention that part. He just talked about where it came from, showed me family photos. That's as far as I go. But I would imagine, yes, because up north there was a lot of bombing from America, and there was a lot of starvation going on at that time. So, of all things, I'm sure dairy was very hard to come by.
Wow, incredible. Either way, we get to taste a very important part of Vietnam history and also the Vietnam gastronomy, because there are a lot of people that absolutely love the egg coffee, and there's also plenty of people that don't care for it much because it is a little sweeter than your traditional coffee that you can just find out at any other cafe. But as you can tell, the top is definitely a lot more creamier. It's definitely whipped. As you were mentioning, it gets whipped pretty hard. Let's go ahead and try it. Oh man, this looks amazing, guys. Seriously.
They spend like 5 minutes whipping that.
Wow.
It gets very fluffy.
So there's a nice appreciation to this once you're tasting it. 5 minutes of whipping, about to get destroyed. Oop.
How do you feel?
Amazing. Wow. Dude, that is so good. It tastes like the icing on top of a birthday cake. Very, very sweet. It's very creamy.
Now wait, make sure you mix it up with the coffee below though.
Okay.
I want you to try the original like up top. But the idea is to mix the whole thing up and then actually drink it.
Oh, okay.
For people with beards like us though, it can be difficult.
Yeah. You're gonna have a nice milky mustache. Okay, like that.
There you go. Nice.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Now you can see the coffee rising to the top into the egg. Okay, you know what? Forget the beard, forget the mustache. We're about to have a milk stash by the time we're or an egg stash by the time we're done with this thing.
Got egg? How do you feel with the coffee?
Amazing. You definitely need to taste it with the coffee because the coffee is very strong here in Vietnam and it mellows it out. It gives it that good balance. But the whipped egg up top is definitely like a pastry. I don't know. This is definitely one of those coffees I would like to end my days with, or consume after a heavy meal because it is on a sweeter side.
Right?
Yeah. But I can't say I'd start my morning off with an egg coffee. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this small little video. Hope you guys enjoyed running around Saigon with Phuc. Unfortunately, the video was very short, but it's because we both live extremely busy lives and he has so much going on here in Saigon. He runs a TV show, a YouTube channel. He's also one of the biggest TikTokers in the country now. What else? What else could we add to your resume?
I teach English.
Yeah, he teaches English. He's a professor.
I try to be a good husband.
Fair enough. Very important. I guess we can go ahead and say that everything I mentioned before is actually secondary to the English teacher, right?
Yeah, actually I started by teaching English here. I started the YouTube channel about 3 years ago. Went viral in the first 4 months. Obviously, TikTok's a huge thing in Vietnam. Jumped on that as well. Started getting in TV shows. Even appeared as a cameo in a feature film last year.
Wow.
It's quite an honor because I was the only foreigner in the film, so I was happy to do it. Even though I asked them, I said, well, what's my role? Am I the star in the film? They said, no. You're just the pervert that lives next door to the main guy. I'm like, oh, so you mean I don't have to act? Perfect.
Hey, to be fair, if I can make it in a Hollywood film one day and be the pervert, that'd be a huge accomplishment for sure.
It works.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks you so much for watching. Make sure to check out Phuc Mop's channel. I'll leave the link for it down below, and I'll see you guys very soon for another incredible adventure from Vietnam. And if you'd like to see a crazy video that we just got done filming for Phuc Mop's channel, it will also be linked down below. And we're also about to be doing a noodle challenge, trying noodle dishes that are not pho. So look out for that one. Later, guys.
As we say in Vietnam, Hank got fly and
Hang.
Chúc mừng năm mới. Just stick with Hank got fly.
Okay, ain't got ply.
Perfect.
Okay, later, guys.